Hello everyone, my name is Ben at TV Parts Today. In today's video we are going to be teaching you how to remove the back plate as well as the boards from this VIZIO unit. It is model number P65-F1. If you are having display issues, we're going to teach you how to swap out that T-con board or main board. If you are having power issues, we're going to teach you how to swap out that power supply. And let's jump right into it. After we get the television laid down on its face, the first step is going to be to get all of the screws out of the back of this television. There are a couple of things that we want to pay close attention to. Namely, these four right here are going to be different size screws. There's going to be a screw over here by where the power plug, and there are also going to be a number of screws by where the main board is set. So just make sure we're getting everything out of there. But to get started here, let's get all these screws out of the back and we'll move on to the next step. Okay, after we get all of the screws out of the back, we do want to do one more pass just to make sure that we didn't miss any. It looks like we are good to go here. And then what we're going to start doing is slowly going around the outside edge, lifting up on the back plate. And after the screws are out, this should just come right up and away. And it does look like we've got a wire that is connected here, so I am going to get you guys a shot of exactly what's going on in here. So we will lift up on the top here and lift this plate up so you can see what's going on. And there is a wire that is running, looks like to the speakers here. We're gonna go ahead and get that unplugged. Oh, it looks like the Wi-Fi board is what it's connected to. So we're gonna depress that clip on the back with that plug, pop it out, get the little piece of tape off. Now the whole thing should come away, giving us access to the boards in the back of the unit. The first board that we are going to be removing is the main board, and the first step for the main board is to get all of the clips and connections away from the board. So let's start here with a little antenna for the Wi-Fi card. We're just going to kind of wiggle these wires to break that adhesive a little bit. Very gently, we're going to lift up on those plugs just to have them pop away from the Wi-Fi card. This guy right here, there's going to be a little lever on the top of the clip that we're going to depress with our finger or fingernail, and we're just going to walk that out and away from the main board. And you see it kind of came out here at an angle. We could just pop it right back in. Maybe get some of this tape loosened up. Give ourselves a little bit more room. Try one more time. Pops right out. This one's the same style. It's got a little lever on the very top that we're going to depress with our finger or fingernail. And we're just going to walk that right away from the main board. This guy's the same thing. It's got a little clip on the top that we're going to depress with our fingernail. Comes right out. There's a tiny little ribbon cable connection here that we're going to pop up with our fingernail, and this just should walk right out of there, no problems. This guy's got a little lever on the top again. We're just going to depress that with our fingernail. We're going to pull that right out of there. Two more ribbon cables. We're going to pop the little flaps up with our fingernail, and we should just be able to scoot these right out of those connections. And sometimes these are a little stubborn. We just want to be very gentle, make sure that we're not damaging anything, make sure that we're not damaging the ribbon cable connection itself or the ribbon cables. And then after all of the plugs are removed, we're going to remove the couple screws that are holding onto the chassis, and this should come away. After the screws are out, we should just be able to lift up on this board very gently. It does feel like there's a little bit of adhesive. Just going to pop that free. And that's the main board in this unit. Next up is the LED driver board, and much like the main board, the first step is going to be to get all of these connections away from the board. So let's start with these clips up here. This first one we're going to depress with our fingernail or our finger. There's a little flap that's on the top of that plug, and we're just going to very gently walk that away from the board. Same thing with this guy, it's just a little bit bigger flap. We're going to depress that with our finger or our fingernail. Slowly walk that away. Exact same plug right here. We're going to depress that flap, and we're going to walk it away. These are all ribbon cable connections heading to the LED driver board. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up all of these little black flaps. And after those flaps are pushed up, we just want to make sure they're all nice and open there so they come out nice and easy. And these should just walk right out away from the board. And we do want to be very gentle with these. Make sure we're not causing any damage to either the plugs or the ribbon cables. They can be quite delicate. We're just going to go down the line and pull them all away from the board. And when we're putting these back in, they are all number coded. So we got a 19 here on this ribbon cable, 19 here on the board. After all of the plugs and clips are away from the board, we're going to go through and get all of the screws, and this should come away. After all the screws are out, this should just lift up, and that is the LED driver board for this unit. Next up is the power supply board, and the first step for this as well is going to be to get these clips away from the board. So this guy right here, it's got a little lever on this clip that we're just going to push down with our finger or fingernail, and it should just come right out of here. Same thing with this guy, we're just going to depress that flap, walk it away. Same thing here, depress the flap, walk it away. Now we just got a couple of screws around the outside, and this will come away. After all the screws are out, this just lifts up and away from the chassis, and that is the power supply for this unit. Last up is the T-con board. It is located here underneath this gray plate. The first step we're going to want to do is to get these two LVDS cables or ribbon cables out of their connections. And there are two buttons on the right and the left side. We just want to depress both of those and slowly walk them out of those clips. Depress both buttons, walk them out. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on the plate so that we can actually access the rest of the connections here. And what I'm going to use is a small number 1 size screwdriver, just something to get the smaller screws out of here. So let's go ahead and get those out. After those screws are away, we're going to very gently lift up on this plate because it looks like everything is connected. There's a little bit of adhesive right here that sets over the ICs on there. So you just want to very gently lift this up and away. Now we have 2 more ribbon cable connections. We just want to pop those up with our fingernail, and we can slowly walk those away from the connections. And we do want to be gentle and just take our time. If we're meeting any resistance, just try to give it a little bit of finagling, a little bit of finesse. And that's the T-con board in this unit. All right, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have any questions about this or any other TV repair, you can give us a call at 930-212-1975, or you can send us an email to info@tvpartstoday.com. You can also head to our website at www.tvpartstoday.com. You can check out our numerous blog articles, our Wizard of TV Repair, our huge inventory of parts. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time.